ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
So now in the previous class we discussed about pressure of an ideal gas and kinetic energy of the gas. So now, and one more time I am remembering that we are discussing kinetic theory of gases. In that kinetic gas equation, K equals to, we can 3 by 2 n kBT. So 3 by 2 Ke is equals to 3 by 2 n kBT. So from this we can write kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. That means kinetic energy depends only on absolute temperature. Kinetic energy depends only on absolute temperature. It does not depends on any other factors. It does not depends on any other factors. The kinetic energy does not depends on any other factors. So that means from this we can write Ke1 by Ke2 is equals to T1 by T2. So that is, if the temperature of the system remains constant, kinetic energy also constant. That means change in kinetic energy must be equal to 0. If the temperature of the system remains constant, then the change in kinetic energy of the system also must be equal to 0. So that's why Ke1 by Ke2 is equals to T1 by T2. Ke1 by Ke2 is equals to T1 by T2. So that means kinetic energy depends only on temperature. Of course it depends on any, in the equation it is n kBT like this, but it does not depends on any other factors. So only temperature at absolute zero. Absolute zero means T is equals to 0 Kelvin. Remember that absolute temperature, in the sense temperature must be in kelvins. So at absolute zero, kinetic energy of the gas molecules also temporarily becomes 0. That means the molecules of the gas momentarily comes to rest. That is the concept. The molecules of the gas momentarily comes to rest. So that is the situation. The kinetic energy depends only on absolute temperature, does not depends on any other factors. So Ke is, that is absolute zero. Kinetic energy is nothing but it absolute zero. That is. So for example, if the temperature changes, what is the ratio of kinetic energy? If the temperature of the gas is doubled, what happens to the kinetic energy? Also doubled. If the temperature becomes half, what happens to the kinetic energy? That also becomes half, because Ke directly proportional to absolute temperature. So next we can discuss about various speeds of the gas molecules. So now we can discuss about various speeds of gas molecules. Well, how can you find out the speed of the gas molecule? So that is, let us say, first we can discuss about root mean square speed. So that means RMS speed. Root mean square speed of gas molecules. What is meant by the root mean square speed of the gas molecules? How can you define this? Root mean square means, see here. So for example, definition, the square root of average of all the squares of speeds of gas molecules. The square root of average of all the squares of the gas molecules. Average of all the squares of the gas molecules is called root mean square velocity. So that means generally gas molecules certain amount of gas consists of different gas molecules. Gas consists of different gas molecules. Let V1, V2, V3, V4 and so on are the speeds of the gas molecules. Are the speeds of gas molecules. V1, V2, V3, V4 and so on are the speeds of the gas molecules. So here RMS velocity can be written as under root V1 square plus V2 square plus V3 square plus V4 square plus and so on divided by, let us say, n molecules is. So the definition, the square root of average of all the squares of gas molecules. Square root of average of all the squares of gas molecules, that is called root mean square speed or root mean square velocity, or this is also called as RMS velocity. RMS velocity. So that is a general formula. But how this RMS velocity related to the temperature? How this RMS velocity related to the temperature? See here. So we know pressure of the ideal gas is equals to 1 by 3 m by v Vrms square. So from this, so 3 pv by m is equals to Vrms square. So from this Vrms can be written as under root, so 3 pv by m. 3 pv by m. So that is the RMS velocity. So we know that already we derived the relation for the pressure of an ideal gas. Derive the relation. What is that? Pressure of an ideal gas is equals to 1 by 3 m by v RMS square. 1 by 3 m by v Vrms square. That is already we derived that relation. So that's why 3 pv by m equals to Vrms square. That means Vrms is equals to under root 3 pv by m. Under root 3 pv by m. What is small m? Mass of the given mass of the gas molecules. So but from ideal gas equation we know pv is equals to nRT. So pv is equals to small m by capital M into RT. So from this pv by small m is equals to RT by capital M. So pv by small m is equals to RT by capital M. So therefore from this we can write Vrms is equals to square root of 3 RT by M. Vrms is equals to under root 3 RT by M. See here, this is the pressure, we derived that, and from this 3 pv by m is equals to Vrms square. From this Vrms can be written as square root of 3 pv by m. Pv by m equals to RT by m. Then Vrms equals to square root of 3 RT by m. So that is the RMS velocity. So from this what we can write? RMS velocity is directly proportional to square root of absolute temperature and it is inversely proportional to square root of molecular weight. Square root of molecular weight. So that is the. So that means RMS velocity depends on absolute temperature. And remember one thing here, we have two different formulas. Vrms is equals to square root of 3 pv by m and V equals to square root of 3 RT by m. If only pressure is mentioned in the problem, then we can use this equation, this formula. If only temperature is mentioned, then we can use this formula, square root of 3 RT by m, square root of 3 RT by m. For example, if both are mentioned in the problem, then pressure and temperature both are mentioned in the problem. The pressure of the certain amount of pressure of the gas is under 2 atmosphere and its temperature is for example 300 Kelvin. What is its RMS velocity, like that? Then in that situation we must use only temperature don't use pressure. It's a very, very important thing. If both pressure and temperature, if any one is mentioned, if pressure is mentioned, then we can use this. If the temperature is given, then we can use this. If both will give in the same problem, then we must go through temperature. We must go through temperature. Don't use this pressure relation. So that is V proportional to root T. So from this we can write V1 by V2 is equals to under root T1 by T2. And here V1 by V2 is equals to under root M2 by M1. M2 by M1. So ratios of this. This is RMS speed. Next. And RMS speed. So generally RMS speed depends only on temperature and molecular weights. If the molecular weight of the gas is more, RMS speed is less because V is inversely proportional to molecular. Heavier gases having less RMS velocity, lighter gases having more RMS velocity. So heavier gases having less RMS velocity, lighter gases having more RMS velocity. So that means hydrogen RMS velocity is more, and oxygen, let us say nitrogen, this molecular weight is more. That's why RMS velocity is less when compared to that. So that is the situation now. And one more thing, moon doesn't have any atmosphere. On the surface of the moon there is no atmosphere, but on the surface of the earth we have atmosphere. What is the reason? Mainly gas molecules. So all the gases having certain their speeds, that is RMS speeds, and on the surface of the moon the gases having certain RMS speeds. Due to that RMS speed, the gases must be escaped from the surface of the moon. So that means moon doesn't have that much amount of gravitation to hold that gas molecules. Moon doesn't having that gravitation to hold that gas molecules. That's why these gas molecules easily escapes from the surface of the moon. Easily escapes from the surface of the moon. That's why moon doesn't have atmosphere, but earth is having atmosphere, because the gravitational earth having certain amount of gravity to hold that gases around itself. So that's why earth is having certain amount of atmosphere, moon doesn't have any atmosphere. So based on this RMS velocity we can say that. And one more velocity, it is escape velocity. Escape velocity. In the chapter gravitation, while discussing about the gravitation chapter, again we will discuss about this RMS velocity when compared to escape velocities. But till now you remember this concept. Next, this is RMS velocity. Next, most probable speed. What is most probable speed? Most probable speed. Most probable speed means generally different gas molecules moves with different speeds. In a given gas, different molecules having different speeds. Of course, certain molecules having the same number of same speed. Certain molecules moves with same speed. But how many number of molecules possess the same speed? That is the most probable speed. For example, a gas consists of, for example, 10 gas molecules. So total how many number of molecules? 10 molecules we have. So generally 10 molecules moves with the different speeds, but the speeds of the gas molecules are, let us say 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 6, 7, again 2 like that, 3, 6, 3, 9, again 2 like that. Which number repeats most, which number repeats more number of times? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 repeats 5 times. That means 5 gas molecules possess same speed. 5 gas molecules possess same speed. So what is the most probable speed of that gas? 2 meters per second. So that means in the given gas most number of the gas molecules possess the same speed. That is called most probable speed. See here, I am considering 10 gas molecules. A gas consists of 10 molecules. In those 10 molecules, how many molecules having the same speed? how many molecules having the same speed, that is called most probable speed. How many molecules having the same speed, those are called that is called most probable speed, right. So that is, so but the most probable speed consists of, let us say, generally in terms of temperature, most probable speed can be written as square root of 2 RT by M. In terms of temperature, most probable speed is considered as under root 2 RT by M. So here also it is directly proportional to root T and proportional to 1 by root M. So this is the most probable speed. Generally, most probable speed is considered as how many gas molecules possess the same number of possess same speed in the gas. How many molecules possess the same speed in the gas, that is considered as most probable speed. Next, in terms of temperature, most probable speed is considered as under root 2 RT by M. Next, what is average speed? Next, it is average speed. So we average. How can you define average? Average speed is defined as the average of all the speeds of gas molecules. Average all the speeds of gas molecules. Average speed is considered as average of all the speeds of gas molecules. So V average is equals to, let us say, different gas molecules having the speeds V1, V2, V3, V4 and so on divided by N. The average of all the gas molecules. The average of all the speeds of gas molecules is called average speed. So this is. But in terms of temperature, this V average can be written as square root of 8 RT by pi M. In terms of temperature, average speed is defined as under root 8 RT by pi M. 8 RT by pi M. These are the different speeds of the gas molecules. RMS speed, most probable speed and average speed. That's all. So let's do some problems based on these speeds of the gas molecules and kinetic interpretation. So here we have some examples. So page number 39, example 7. Two vessels having equal volume contain molecular hydrogen at 1 atmosphere and helium at 2 atmosphere respectively. What is the ratio of RMS speeds of hydrogen molecule to that of helium molecule if both are the samples are at the same temperature? Both the samples are at the same temperature. So here see the situation. Hydrogen is at 1 atmosphere and a helium at 2 atmospheres. But in the last given, what he mentioned that both are at the same temperature. Both pressure and temperature both are mentioned in the problem. Pressure and temperature are mentioned in the problem. If pressure and temperature are mentioned in the problem, which equation which formula we have to consider? We must consider temperature formula. So therefore V is equals to RMS speed 3 RT by M. If the temperature remains constant, V is inversely proportional to root M. That means V1 by V2 is equals to square root of M2 by M1. So what are the gases here? First it is hydrogen, second one is helium. So M2 is helium. Helium is nothing but 4, hydrogen is 2, so root 2. So V hydrogen divided by V helium. So velocity of helium is equals to V hydrogen by root 2. So that's all. Next example. At what temperature will the RMS speed of oxygen molecule will be sufficient for escaping from Earth? So that depends on escape velocity. Later we can discuss about this. For this we have to know the escape velocity, but later we can discuss. Okay. Next, ninth example. The density of the hydrogen at STP is 0.09 kg per meter cube. Calculate the RMS velocity of its molecule at 0 degrees Celsius. RMS velocity of molecule at 0 degrees Celsius. 0 degrees Celsius means at STP. STP is mentioned in the problem. Density is given as 0.09 kg per meter cube. So we know the pressure of the ideal gas is half mass by volume into V RMS square. Pressure is equals to half into mass by volume is nothing but density, rho V RMS square. So V RMS square is equals to 2P by rho. So V RMS is equals to under root 2P by rho. 2 into pressure at STP, pressure is 1 into 10 to the power of 5. This is 0.09 into, that is 0.09. So 2 into 10 to the power of 5 divided by 9 into 10 power minus 2 under root. 2 into 10 to the power of 7 divided by 9 under root. So that is the RMS speed. 2 into 10 to the power of 7 divided by 9. So 3 are clear. Sorry. So very sorry. This is 1 by 3. We know already, this 3. 1 by 3 rho RMS. I thought it is kinetic energy. This is 3. So like this. Next. See the next problem. So example 10th problem. Two molecules of an ideal gas X occupying a volume V exert a pressure P. The same pressure is exerted by 1 mole of another gas Y occupying volume 2V. Occupying volume 2V. If the molecular weight of Y is 16 times the molecular weight of X, find the ratio of RMS speeds of molecules of X and Y. So here the pressures are mentioned in the problem. Pressures and volumes are mentioned. That's why we know V RMS is equals to square root of 3PV by small m. But we know N is equals to small m by capital M. Small m can be written as N into capital M, where N is the number of moles. That's why small m by capital M. In place of small m, what we can write? N into capital M. So therefore V RMS is equals to square root of 3PV by small n into capital M. And here what are the values changes? Molecular weight and volume. Molecular weight and volume. So that's why V RMS 1 divided by V RMS 2 is equals to square root of V1 by V2 and under root M2 by M1. So that means, so first volume is V, second volume is Y occupying the volume 2V. In the same way, molecular weight of Y is 16 times. This is 16 m by this is m. VV. So that is two moles of ideal gas. So number of moles also changes. It is square root of N2 by N1. So that is root of 1 by 2 into root of 16 into N2 is 1, N2 is 1, 2, 2, 2, 4. So root 4. So that is equals to 2. Ratio of RMS speeds. Next. come to the exercise problems, various speeds, pressure and kinetic interpretation. See here. So page number 51 here. Page number 51, module 1 here it is. Page number 51, module 1. See the page number 51, module 1, question number 2. Of course, 1 is also the same. So, let us say P is equals to 1 by 3 m by V RMS square. So, pressure of an ideal gas. P naught contained in a vessel if masses of all the molecules are half and their speeds are doubled. So P2 is equals to 1 by 3 masses of the molecules are halved and speeds are doubled. What happens? 1 by 3 m by V 4V square by 2 to 2 sir. So P2 is equals to 2 into 1 by 3 m by V square. So that is 2 P naught. Masses of the molecules are half and pressure velocities are doubled. Mass is half and velocity is doubled. Then pressure becomes 2 P naught. Next, second question, see here. At which of the following temperature would the molecules of a gas have twice the average kinetic energy they have at 20 degrees Celsius? This. So that means Ke proportional to T. Ke1 by Ke2 is equals to T1 by T2. Let T1 is equals to 20 degrees Celsius, but temperature must be in kelvins, that is 293. So Ke1 is equals to E and Ke2 is equals to 2E. So that means E by 2E is equals to 293 by T2. So T2 is equals to 2 into 293. 586. 586 Kelvin it is. So T2 is equals to 586 minus 273 degrees Celsius. So that is 313 degrees Celsius at this temperature. Next, so let us say fifth question. Next, do the remaining same. This is. See the third question. The number of molecules of H2 double than that of O2. The ratio of kinetic energy of the hydrogen to that of oxygen at 300 Kelvin. So temperature remains constant, 300 Kelvin. Temperature does not changes here. So if the temperature does not changes, then kinetic energy also does not changes. That is 1:1 only. Next, fifth question. The total kinetic energy of 8 liters of helium molecules at 5 atmosphere pressure is. Kinetic energy, what we can write it as 3 by 2 by 3. According to relation, PV is equals to 2 by 3 KE. KE is equals to 3 by 2 PV. So 3 by 2 P is 1 atmosphere. 1 atmosphere means 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal. Volume is 8 liters. 8 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube. 1 liter is. So 1 liter is equals to 10 power minus 3 meter cube. Conversion it is. Ke is equals to 2 4s are 3 4s are 12 into 10 square. 1200 joules. Approximately it is. sorry 5 atmospheres it is, into 5, 60 into 10 square, approximately 6000 joule. So that is option is 6078. If it is 1.013, P is into 5, because 5 here I am considering only 1 atmosphere, but given is 5 atmosphere. Next, various speeds of gas molecules. So see the sixth question in this same page, sixth question. At certain temperature, the RMS velocity for O2 is 400. At the same temperature, the RMS velocity of H2 is. So RMS velocity can be written as 3 RT by M. Temperature remains constant. Then V proportional to root M. Velocity of, given that oxygen divided by velocity of H2 is equals to M of H2 divided by M of O2, because inversely proportional to. What is the RMS velocity of O2 is given 400 divided by VH2 is equals to square root of MH2, and that is 2 molecular weight of hydrogen. Oxygen 32, 2 16ths. 400 by V2 is equals to 1 by 4. So V2 is equals to 1600 meters per second. Next. So all this we can do this. See the question number 9 here. Question number 9. The molecules of a given mass of gas have an RMS velocity 200 meters per second at 27 degrees Celsius and 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square pressure. When the temperature is 127 degrees Celsius and the pressure is 0.5 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square, the RMS velocity in meter per second will be. So first, temperature is given as 27 degrees Celsius plus 273, that is 300 Kelvin. At the temperature, RMS velocity is 200 meters per second. If the temperature is 127 degrees Celsius, that means plus 273, so 400 Kelvin. What is the RMS velocity? That we have to calculate. Of course, the pressures are also mentioned. At that position, the pressure is 1 into 10 to the power of 5, and in another situation, the pressure is 0.5 into 10 to the power of 5. Temperature and pressure both mentioned in the problem, both will mention in the problem. We must consider proportional to temperature. Then V1 by V2 is equals to under root T1 by T2. So what is V1? V1 200 divided by V2 is equals to T1 is 300 divided by 400. So squaring on both sides, 200 into 200 root of 3 by 4 divided by V2 square is equals to 3 by 4. So V2 square is equals to 4 into 200 divided by 3. So V2 is equals to root of 4, 2 into 200 divided by root 3. So that is 400 divided by root 3. V2 is equals to 400 divided by root 3. So that is the answer. This way to do the problems based on different bases. So all are based on the same only. Next, in page number 54, module 3. So let us say question number 2. The mass of 15 grams of nitrogen is enclosed in a vessel of 300 Kelvin. Mass of 15 grams of nitrogen is enclosed in a vessel at 300 Kelvin. what heat must be supplied to it to double the RMS velocity of the gas molecules. So V1 is equals to V and V2 is equals to 2V. T1 is equals to how much here? 300 Kelvin and T2 is how much? First we have to calculate this. So that is double the RMS velocity. So that means V1 by V2 is equals to square root of T1 by T2. So V by 2V is equals to under root 300 by T2. So 1 by 2 is equals to 300 by T2. So T2 is equals to squaring on both sides. Let us say 1 by 4 is equals to 300 by T2. So T2 is equals to 1200 Kelvin. T2 is equals to 1200 Kelvin. Now we have to supply heat energy. So dQ is equals to NCV dt. So here we are not discussing about work done. Only heat energy is utilized to increase the internal energy only. Internal energy depends on temperature. So that's why we have to consider only NCV dt. So dQ is equals to N is small m by capital M into nitrogen is the diatomic gas. For diatomic gas Cv is 5 by 2 or dt is T2 minus T1. How much mass is given? 15 grams. Nitrogen molecular weight is 28 into 5 by 2 into R is, so in terms of joules let us say 8.314 into temperature 1200 minus 300. So that is so 15 5 is 75 into 8.314 divided by 56 into 900. So 75 into 831.4 into 9 divided by 56. So that is the possible option. It is 25 2 is 3 is 27 approximately 1000. So possible option is 10 kilojoule. It is, yes, option is 10 kilojoule. Approximately it is 10,000 approximately. That's why it is 10 kilojoule. So this is the concept first. If the RMS velocity is doubled, then the temperature is this becomes. Then we can find out dQ. Why only we have to consider dQ is equals to NCV dt? Change in the kinetic, RMS velocity changes means change in the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy indicates the internal energy only. That's why I am writing NCV dt like that. If the work done is also mentioned, then we have to write NCP dt. But work done is not mentioned here. So that is the situation.